Hey everyone, Joe Gonzalez from the Manitoban here, and I'm at Degrees at the Fort Garry campus on University of Manitoba. I'm joined by Ryan Woods. Ryan,
welcome, Joe.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here.
Ryan is the restaurant manager of Degrees, and I think today we're going to get to sample some new items from the updated menu for this year at Degrees. Is that right?
Absolutely, that's what we're doing, man.
I'm so excited. It's free food.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm very excited. So what's the first one we got on deck?
Okay, so we're gonna start with some breakfast at night because we do breakfast all day.
Right.
We also, Degrees has switched to breakfast only on Saturdays. So you know, I gotta sell this. We want people to know that you're not missing anything at Degrees by us just doing breakfast on Saturdays.
There you go.
Our breakfast menu is awesome. It's varied. It's everything from light stuff to, you know, skip dinner that day breakfast.
Right.
So we're gonna start with one of my absolute faves, the Mexi hash bowl.
Okay.
You go in, man.
All right.
Go for it.
Oh man.
Yeah, don't be shy. Should we get a couple extra forks? You guys gonna crush some of this?
Yeah, I think Quincy and Paul gotta get out of this for
Yeah,
sure.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Look at that. That's good, right? I love this dish. When this came on the menu, I had this for a week straight.
Yeah.
And I think that basically everybody that I talked to in line had it because I was selling it so hard.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah, no. I'm speechless.
That's on point.
This is the first dish, and I'm already just like, yeah, let's keep going.
Oh man,
Okay,
that's super good, eh?
yeah. This is breakfast? Oh my
I
god.
told you, man. Sometimes just like skip your dinner breakfast, right?
Okay. So I gotta ask questions, obviously.
Of course.
Like, we had just like eat the food. I mentioned at the start, you know, you guys got a new updated menu. You got some new dishes. It was focused on, you know, getting more vegan options, more vegetarian options, more gluten-free options. What was maybe like the driving motivation in getting that updated menu in place?
So yeah, we wanted really. I'm not really. I got to be honest. I'm not really sure how much more vegan and how much more GF, and we really want to. I really want to use the connotation gluten friendly. Here at Degrees, we are not a gluten free establishment. There's flour in the establishment. We run a scratch bakery out of Degrees overnight, almost every night.
Yeah.
So we are not a gluten free kitchen, but we do make gluten friendly items, which don't contain flour. The biggest thing that we did with this menu was we varied up those items so that folks who've been coming in for a couple of years and probably having that same GF item, or maybe those same couple of vegan items where they modify this, no cheese, that, you know, no this, no that.
Yeah.
We've varied it up so that those items are different. And we try to keep the menu a little bit modifiable, so that people can come in and do one or two quick switches and make something vegan, make something GF. We try to be accommodating in that way, you know, to those allergies and stuff.
Exactly. Do you feel that maybe, you know, maybe more popular restaurants sort of have that obligation maybe, or at least to have that option where, you know, there's more of these sort of accommodating items for their tastes and for their needs, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, I think, honestly, like, I think that restaurants have to gauge their clientele. Folks are pretty vocal about their needs now and about their dietary specifications. I think that people are owning it a lot more rather than being like, oh, like, I'm vegetarian, or like, I can't have this or that. Or,
Right.
A lot of times in the past, we would see people kind of like almost like embarrassed about allergies, and now they're really owning not only their allergies but their dietary preferences. And I think that operators know.
Yeah.
I think that any conscientious operator who's paying attention is going to know if their clientele is really requiring those things. The dance that we have at Degrees, and I'm sure a lot of operators play this game, is we often feel that with a gluten-free or gluten-friendly item or a vegan item, that, you know, there might be something lacking for the typical omnivorous client.
Yeah.
So like for us, we still struggle because we want to maintain a menu that has all of those things that we want to feed to people.
For sure.
It sounds kind of crummy to say, but it's like, I want to feed people flour and I want to feed people things with animal byproducts in them. I gotta be honest.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I think that those things taste good.
Yeah.
We need to be less reliant on animals, that's for sure.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I mean.
sure.
But we want to more just like kind of like reduce those portions rather than just do away with that altogether.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned like people are getting less shy about their dietary preferences, and would you say that as people come to a restaurant and they're less shy, that's more of a reflection of the restaurant being like, hey, like it's totally fine if you have this sort of allergy or you prefer to have this in the menu?
I think that there's something to the notion that if you can be expected that, how should I say this? If you can expect that you'll be accommodated, then you're probably thinking already that you're in the right place.
For sure.
If that
Yeah.
makes any sense.
Absolutely.
And in that way, I don't think that you would walk into like a classic like Winnipeg drive-up burger joint and expect to maybe be accommodated for vegan or gluten-free or anything like that.
Right.
You walk into a university-based restaurant where we say we're doing everything from scratch, and I think that you should expect to be accommodated.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think that there's something to that.
Absolutely. All right. Let's go with the next dish then.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay, so this is the big gnarly addition to our breakfast menu. This is the Madame Denver. You've heard of a Denver omelet?
Yep.
So this is the Denver. Obviously comes from the Denver aspect of that. The Madame part. This is sort of a very, very loose take on a French sandwich called a croque madame, which is ham, often with tomato, egg, Gruyere cheese. So that's the Madame part of it. We've got some ancien mustard glazed ham on there. And then the creamy aspect there is our poblano cream sauce.
Okay.
Which is made with pureed poblano peppers that we grew out in the garden this year.
Nice.
As you know, we have gardens here at the U of M.
Yeah.
And we grew a lot of peppers this year, and poblanos were one of them.
Okay.
So we got the poblano cream sauce on there. I think we got a poblano paste frozen in that freezer for at least a half a year.
There you go.
So a chef may switch it up to a red pepper cream sauce later on in the year. And then our nice seasoned cubed hash on the side there.
Perfect.
The whole thing's on garlic toast to make it just a little bit more off the chain,
Just
as the
awesome.
kids used to say.
Just awesome.
Yeah.
More lit, as the kids say
There you go.
nowadays.
Okay.
Right.
There you go. So what I'm gonna do with my half,
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
want to
cut
just
this.
Yeah. Let's split it. Let's
I'm
split it half.
gonna cut this so that other people can eat it, because there's no way
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm eating all this,
yeah.
right?
Quincy,
So,
Paul, I see you guys are really enjoying the Mexican
yeah.
bowl, so.
Mexi hash bowl's all right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Denvers and the Madams
There you go.
in regards to this wonderful sandwich.
All right.
Perfect.
Look at that.
Okay.
Holy. I'm just gonna put this off to the side because
Sure.
who needs these now?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Pick your favorite piece, man.
Take this one.
All right, sure. I'll take this little guy because
Sure.
we'll let somebody else do those big guys, and they look so nice sitting there.
Should we cheers it?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
All right. Cheers.
Ching. Sláinte.
Ah.
Right?
We're 2 for 2. But I feel like we're gonna go 5 for 5 at this point. Need a napkin, obviously. Ooh. Oh, that poblano.
It's nice, right? Mm-hmm. So mild. Mm-hmm. Yeah, poblanos are really, really mild pepper. Mm-hmm. People hear poblano, they hear that Mexican name, they often think it's a hot pepper. Mm-hmm. It's not a right. Poblano is a nice kind of chocolatey color. Mm-hmm. Really mild, almost smoky type flavor to it.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
Yeah. That's a good sandwich.
So, are you more of a breakfast guy or a supper guy? What's your take? What do you believe that do you believe in the rule that breakfast is for breakfast and dinner is for dinner at a certain time, or whatever?
I'm so mood dependent, man. I'm like, it's like Wu-Tang on the way to work and Bach on the way home.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it just depends on on what I'm in the mood for that day.
For sure.
I find that I have the same thing for like 2 weeks.
Right.
And then I switch and then I have something else for like 2 weeks.
Are you the type of person where you can get sick of eating something at a point, and you're just like, I can't do it for like a year, you know? Like,
yeah. That hasn't happened with any of this stuff yet.
Of course. Yeah.
You know, I did kind of have a couple of weeks where I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with the Mexi Bowl.
Yeah.
And then it was that thing was like 2 or 3 weeks later, I was like, whoa, Mexi Bowl, let's do that, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, crushing. But yeah, I think I've had enough tomatoes to last me a lifetime. But
there you go.
I'm pretty into breakfast though. Like I eat a lot of breakfast here at all times a day. Maybe it's because I only eat once a day.
Oh, there you
So
go.
it'll be like 3 or 4 p.m. and I'm like, oh my god, I haven't eaten. Like somebody make me some eggs.
Mexi Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've been restaurant manager for Degrees for 7 years now, you mentioned, or?
I think I've been at UMSU for about 11 and a half years now.
Yeah.
Because I started in March. And I was the chef for about 7 years.
Yeah.
And then I've been the general manager, I guess, for about the last 4.
Okay. And then, so before this, like you've just been in serving, you know, like cooking, this sort of industry for a while now.
I went to university I went through university going into kitchens, in and out of kitchens, mostly kitchens.
Yeah.
Because typically I'm a little bit rough around the edges.
Okay.
So the back was a good place for me to be.
Right.
And yeah, I was lucky enough to work here as an hourly employee. And I left UMSU because at the time the Students' Union didn't have enough money to make a salary position for me. I was working really, really hard.
Sure.
I was almost 30. I needed to have a salary. I was going to be getting married and stuff like that.
Right.
So I left. Pardon me. And I was super lucky that about 6 or 8 months later, the phone rang at a desk at a job that I hated, and it was Thomas.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, I just took over this general management position at this restaurant called Degrees.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I really like it there.
Yeah.
And basically said, yeah, like the kitchen was kind of, he said, well, the kitchen is asking you to run it, basically. He was like, my kitchen staff want you to be the chef.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I ever wanted, right? Was any salaried position in that kitchen back in the day.
Yeah.
So to come back as the top dog was just like, awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I for the next 2 weeks, I worked my day job during the day and came here at night.
Yeah.
Gave my 2 weeks at the job the next day.
There you go.
And the rest is history, as they say, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And now we're here doing the video interview.
Yeah, and I couldn't be happier because I love this place.
Yeah.
I love the place and I love the university community. And, you know, you have awesome, sensitive, intelligent people around all the time, and it's a good time.
Thank you. I was going to ask too. You know, what is it about Degrees that maybe separates it from the rest in terms of your experiences of coming in and out of kitchens, or any desk jobs you've had, or anything like that so far?
I think it really is just the community. Like I really love being at the university. The great quality of people that we get here. Kitchens are fantastic places to be, and you meet the craziest cross section of people. I don't want to smack talk anywhere else in the industry, right? But it is the case that sometimes the back of house, it can attract a little bit more of a rough and tumble attitude, you know? And a lot of times, too many attitudes we find in kitchens. I think we also find it in construction and contracting, where it's kind of like, well, this is how it is.
Yeah.
We swear, we're kind of sexist, we're kind of racist, deal with it. And it's like, I don't think so.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've never really loved that about any aspect of those jobs.
Absolutely.
And when I came to Degrees, it was just sort of dealing with people who typically were, like I said, just a little bit more sensitive on average, a little bit more willing to learn on average. I'm not saying that I didn't have those people at other jobs, but I also dealt with like a lot of assholes. You know what I mean? And a lot of people who were really set in their ways. Let's give them benefit of the doubt, right?
Right.
But they were set in their ways, and when you get like a 21-year-old who's set in their ways and thinks they know everything, it was pretty refreshing to show up here.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So you mentioned you love the university community. what's one thing you notice? Because we're in October now, so we're past the busy part of maybe university students coming in. What's one thing you've noticed? What's one thing you've noticed that freshmen do typically every year when they come to degrees? Is there some some tendencies like?
Okay, so I got to be totally honest. I don't know a freshman from somebody who might have been here for a few years and just hasn't shown up at degrees.
Okay, yeah.
Right. I typically recognize faces.
Yeah.
I hope that I typically recognize faces. I mean, we see so many people
for sure
every day, and you start to realize those people that you see every day, or those people that you see year after year. A lot of what I say in September and October is welcome back.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because we haven't seen those people all summer, but I know that
that's awesome.
have come back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Usually we probably have people expecting more accommodation when they've become a regular.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Than when they're brand new.
Right.
So the people who are brand new, typically they're easy to know because they're asking a lot of questions and they're going like this a lot. Whoa, really cool, because they haven't heard those things yet. And I'm just like, I'll stand at the counter and just say, hey, we're making almost everything from scratch, and I'll tell them like, we don't make our sliced sandwich bread, we don't make our chicken fingers.
Right.
Everything else, 100% of the baking, all the sauces, all the dressings.
The chicken fingers are homemade?
No, they're made somewhere else. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's great.
But yeah, everything else we're making here. And then when I tell them, oh yeah, fresh bakery, everything 100%. Oh really? And like all Winnipeg craft on the tap. So oh really?
Yeah.
So usually that's the way that you know that they're new. Is that they think that this place is like inordinately cool.
Oh yeah.
Which it is. But once people have been here for 2, 3, 4 years, it's like, oh yeah, at Degrees, fresh baking, fresh cakes, craft beer, great breakfast, big fucking deal. And it's like, actually, we kind of think it is.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. All right, we go to the next one?
Moving on.
Let's do it.
Cool.
All right, so we got the entire new setup here. What do we got in the bowl?
All right, man. So we got the vermicelli bowl here from the lunch menu. We've split it into 2.
Yeah.
Right. So if you get it at lunch, it's like twice as big in a nice kind of shallow bowl. You've got the no peanut sauce. I've got the peanut sauce on the side here.
Allergic.
Allergic to peanuts, all good. We can accommodate that. You can see I've got some chopped peanuts on top of mine here as well. So we can accommodate those allergies. That's not a problem.
Cool.
We've also switched from coffee to beer.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's lunchtime.
Exactly.
I figure we'll start with this one and maybe do a different one for the next one course and a different one for the next course.
Because you guys get different brewers in here, right?
Yeah, because
so,
we're all about Winnipeg craft.
Perfect.
Right now we've got, just on the taps, we've got 6 taps, and we've got Stone Angel, Devil May Care, Barnhammer, Half Pints, and Non-Such on the taps.
And so this one is?
This is the Stone Angel Luther's Folly.
Okay.
Yeah, Luther said, he who drinks beer cannot sin, or he who's asleep cannot sin, and those who drink beer are quick to sleep. So I guess he was advocating for more drinking of beer.
There you go.
And I think that's what the Irish Catholic boys think was Luther's Folly.
Perfect.
Pretty sure that's why I was named that.
Awesome.
So I love this beer. It's right in between kind of a Trappist and a Kolsch. So a lot of craft beers now finishing rather hoppier. That kind of qualifies the first few years of a craft brew movement usually.
Yep.
This is a really nice kind of like toasty finishing, almost bready on the end.
Yep.
So I hope you enjoy, man.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Cheers.
Love this beer. Oh, that's so good.
I am partial to the Radler, like Quincy is.
Yeah, the Uncle George.
Uncle George, yeah. Tastes like juice. But I recently found out that if I drink too many Radlers, I start getting bad dreams.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. A little personal thing for everyone to know that watches this. So
cool.
if anybody doesn't like me, they can give me Radlers, and then we go from there.
Just fill you up on Radlers.
Exactly.
And then basically, it's like the prank.
Yeah, exactly.
Prank of all time.
Got you, bro.
I had a wicked nightmare the other night, and I think it was because I was drinking so much NyQuil because I was sick.
Oh yeah.
For like a week.
Really? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Right. I'm gonna do some of the peanut sauce on
All
here.
right, yeah, let's get a
which
shot
is
of
obviously also made from scratch.
Let's get
This one has split a little bit because we've put it in a little takeout box, but it's all good.
Let's check it out.
Scratch ingredients, right?
I need to get retested for allergies because those peanuts look so good. That peanut stuff looks really good.
And you just want it, you're in disbelief that you can't eat them.
Exactly, yeah. All right, let's see what you got.
This is so good. Our chef, Danny Ta, originally from Vietnam. So stuff like the vermicelli, the stuff coming out of the woks. We didn't feature the woks today. Time crunch, right? But the wok station in Degrees is a quintessential part of our identity. We have an awesome pad thai. We have an awesome Korean rice bowl. We have another thing called the General Tao Bowl, which is a sort of a milder one. The Korean's pretty spicy, so we really like to feature those woks. Also, what we've done here in splitting the dish into, we usually don't do that in the kitchen. The guys just don't have time doing 1,000 people a day. You know what I mean? But we've done this for us so that you can enjoy something without your head swelling off.
Nothing but love here at Degrees. I'll tell you that for free.
And a commendation, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, you've been mentioning a lot of stuff is made in-house. You guys grow peppers. When I went to school here, I remember there was a certain time of the year where you guys just had like hella cherry tomatoes and we're like, yeah, these are for sale. And I was like, what? So yeah, maybe let's get into that. Like what are all the things that you do here at Degrees that maybe, people see restaurant and they don't think, oh, well, they do that too, like you mentioned before.
Yeah. So yeah, growing is one of the things that we do. We grow things. We have almost 6,000 square feet of gardens around the university campus here in the summertime.
So it's not just localized somewhere like on the roof, like it's all around campus?
Yeah, exactly. You could, if it were light out, you could see one of the beds from here. It's right in front of Biological Sciences.
Okay.
Most of the other ones are over by the Helen Glass space, sort of on the raised patio that runs in between University Center and Engineering there. So if you walk around there in the summertime, and the fall, you'll see food gardens there, and if it's growing food, it's grown by us.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, all those tomatoes, squash, peppers, tons of herbs. Last year we were growing microgreens in-house as well. We have an indoor microgreen growing operation. This year, Chef isn't really using those for garnish that much, so we're currently not growing microgreens, but we have done that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, lots of this stuff making in-house, like you said, just cranking out the dressings.
Yeah.
Tons of baking.
Yeah.
Freezing the scratch ingredients, like Doug was fermenting hot sauces.
Right,
and grinding all those peppers into paste so that we can freeze them and use them down the road. Yeah, it's like stocking the larder, right?
There
so
you go.
Can use it.
Yeah.
Use all that stuff down the road.
Exactly. And I know, so like UMSU owns Degrees and the Hub. So
and IQs across the hall.
Yeah, is the Hub ever just like, hey, you got any more like those peppers on deck? Like, can I borrow some?
Well, we do share stuff with the Hub.
Yeah.
We're pretty protective of our stuff. There are certain members of the university community who are always really interested in our peppers.
Yeah.
Typically, people are. I don't have the ability to predict what they want, so they'll come to me in the springtime. It's like, oh, when can I get zucchinis? And I'm like, I don't know. It depends if they grow this year, right? I'm not a farmer. It's just we'll do our best, and if they go as well as they did last year, then we'll have tons.
Yeah.
This year was not a good year for zucchini, so we didn't have tons.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's something that's my favorite thing in the summertime. My favorite days in the summertime are the day after the harvest, when we're down on the first floor of University Center, selling all that stuff.
Yeah. Do you have like how do you go about choosing what you want to grow throughout the university? Like, is it like, do you always grow cherry tomatoes, or are you always growing peppers, or is it just like, hey, like, this season looks like it might be a good season for this or that or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, we try to grow a variety of stuff that's gonna like look cool in the beds, have some variation. We try to grow stuff that's going to yield, right? So like last year I grew corn. Corn looked great over here. It grew nice and tall. It doesn't yield that much.
Right.
So it doesn't really give us a lot to play with, right? You get 90 ears of corn, take it downstairs, it sells in an hour. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Kitchen wasn't super fan of it because it's a lot of labor to use
exactly.
corn. So there's sort of those things. What is the kitchen going to be able to use a lot of? What have we grown before that we know grows well? What can they use really readily? That's one of the reasons we do cherry tomatoes. The impact of cherry tomatoes, people see them and they're just like, oh my God, tomatoes.
Yeah.
At the same time, cherry tomatoes are a huge pain in my ass, right? The
Right.
plants are huge. They're
right.
unruly. They take a lot of time.
Yeah.
So we're thinking next year, maybe like even just peppers, you know, I'm only a few years into this. So the first year was really, let's plant a bunch of stuff and see what grows and
Yeah.
what doesn't and do our best. And we're starting it from seeds, right? So we started from seed. I rent space in plant science, and we're growing this stuff from like it's that big when we first see it, right? 2 weeks in, it's that big, and we're transplanting it. We're transplanting it again. So the first year was just let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Right? Really good year.
Yeah.
And then so the second year it was like, well, we had a good first year, so let's not change too much, right? Because that really worked.
Yeah.
And then this year it was okay. Well, we can change a little bit more because now we're pretty confident that we can grow things.
Yeah.
And then next year will be okay. How do I reduce it being such a pain for myself?
Right.
Right. How do I reduce the labor portion so that I don't need a grant from the government just to make this thing run?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Should we move on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it. All right, Woods, what we got here?
So this is our melted fill. This is the mushroom version of our melted fill. We do, as I said, we do a beef version as well. But we thought that we would feature our mushroom medley on this one, the vegetarian version, because it's just as good, if not better.
Sure.
We want to make sure that people know that we have all those great vegetarian options here at Degrees, right?
Exactly, yeah.
It's one of the things about our menu too. As we were talking about the environmental certification, right?
Yeah.
Degrees possesses a level 3, it's called LEAF certification.
Okay.
LEAF stands for Leaders of Environmentally Accountable Food Service. Degrees holds a level 3 LEAF certification. We're currently the only restaurant in the province that holds that highest level of certification.
Yeah. Quick flex.
Yeah, until a couple of years ago, when a couple of places in Ontario got certified, we were the only place between, for about 4 years, I think we were the only place between Quebec and Alberta to have a level 3 LEAF certification.
Nice. And that's the level 3 is the highest then.
Level 3 is the highest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And the reason I mention that is because part of that certification is making sure that a good portion of your menu is vegetarian, or at least vegetarian option. Because food animals are super hard on the environment when they're alive.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And the whole processing is just a mess.
Sure.
So here we go, man.
All right.
We've cut this into 4 so that the other guys can eat as well.
Quincy, Paul.
Yeah, just grab it. Just go in there.
1 and 2. There you go. Oh my God.
Awesome.
There you go. All
Oh,
right.
we got some sauce. We got some
All
sauce.
good. Oh.
Got some sauce over here.
All good, all good. Well done, Paul.
Oh, good job.
Clean up crew. Clean up aisle 1. And no meat eater is missing the beef on that, right?
No, yeah, I don't even want the meat option on this. I don't think.
That's super good. As you can see,
Yeah.
it's full on, right? A lot of our sandwiches here and burgers, they are that, whoa, that full diner experience. Both hands, napkin, the whole bit, right? But I mean, that's part of what we love about this place is you kind of get that hipster experience that you get like downtown here in the South End on campus, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's so good.
Awesome. That was great.
And then the non-such Belgian blonde,
Yeah.
as we were saying, like, Non-Such is one of the entities in the city right now that is just the most on point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like these guys are just crushing it.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, Non-Such is the one with the umbrella room that you see people posting stories of all the time on Instagram. So
there you go. You see the golden umbrellas on Instagram, you know you should be at Non-Such.
yeah, that's a Non-Such place. All right. And this is the
Cheers, man. This is the Belgian Blonde.
Cheers.
So it's pretty heavy for a blonde beer. It's a 6% beer. But they hide the Non-Such does a lot of pretty heavy beers, but they hide that alcohol really well, so it doesn't taste all syrupy and kind of soju-y like some of those heavier beers taste, right?
It does taste like a bit heavier than what a blonde should, but like it's still like pretty good.
Super accessible, right? Yeah, their stuff is awesome. I really suggest going there and trying their short pours.
Yeah.
Unreal. You'll have a good time.
Perfect. Okay.
One more?
So, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
We had a sandwich, right? There is a debate going on at the Manitoban offices.
Okay.
And you're a chef.
Okay.
You know what's the what, you know, the finer culinary details.
Yeah, right. Okay, yes.
What is the definition of a sandwich? What are the basic constituencies required for a sandwich?
Oh. I put something on bread.
Yeah? One or two pieces of bread.
Open-faced is a thing, right?
I guess, yeah.
I mean, you say it's like, you say it's an open-faced sandwich. It's still a sandwich.
Yeah.
I would say open-faced qualifies in my book.
Is a pizza an open-faced sandwich?
No, because the type of bread that is the dough of pizza, that's what pizza is.
Okay.
Pizza isn't putting sauce and cheese and a whole bunch of crap on the bread.
So you can't just fold
Pizza is that type of bread.
Right. So you can't just fold a piece of pizza and then be like, that's a sandwich.
No, that's a taco. No, I'm just kidding. No.
No. Right.
No, you can't.
Right.
No, plus that's a calzone, man.
Right.
But isn't that your meat and everything, the contents are sandwiched?
They are sandwiched in the middle.
But it is not
Right? Yeah, but I mean, if you and I were to squeeze in here and press Joe into the middle, we could say that Joe is sandwiched between us, but we would not be a sandwich.
But isn't part of the word the fact that like a sandwich is something that's like the content of being pressed?
Can we all agree that Paul is not admitting that he just lost that argument?
I don't think I have. This was an argument we had for like 20 minutes.
We
ago.
did.
I think that you could argue, you're saying, okay, well, what I'm doing is I'm making a pizza sandwich,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
then somebody else like me would say, well, are you putting the pizza between two slices of bread? Because if not, it's not a pizza sandwich. Because that's what I would say. Because I would still I would say you're making a pizza or you're making a calzone or something.
Right.
A makeshift calzone.
We have one guy on our team, and he believes that for something to qualify as a sandwich, it requires meat. So a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is not a sandwich according to him.
That's bullshit.
Okay, yeah.
Heard it from the expert.
You heard it from the guy with the culinary experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
PB&J is a sandwich.
Exactly.
It's the quintessential sandwich.
We got our answer. There you go. That's all we needed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Malak, ravioli is not a sandwich.
I'm not convinced yet.
All right, Woods.
Okay, man.
What'd you bring in for the closer?
Last menu item that we're featuring today is our French Kiss Burger. So this is again, like big old diner classic. We have that burger with, pickles, lettuce, tomato, our nice basil aioli on there. We have like a California version, which is with avocados and stuff like that, like really fresh, kind of like California style type of feel. And we have this guy, which is, like I said, our just kind of like big fuck off greasy diner burger.
Yeah.
No lettuce, no tomato, all that fluffy stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Just bacon, smoked Gouda cheese, sauteed onions, the beef. Just crushing it here. Let's cut this thing up.
So if I'm hungover, this is what I want then. If I'm
this is
going
what
to
this is
Yeah.
this is your style. If you're if you're coming in hungover,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Perfect.
In that case, we'll probably let you walk in with your Gatorade, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And we'll maybe look the other way that day.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Awesome.
Yeah, this thing is going to be kind of crazy to cut. But
Sorry, you say Gouda cheese?
smoked Gouda.
Oh my goodness. Do you guys remember there was like that commercial from like dairy, like I forget what it was, but it was like Gouda.
Yeah,
Like-
Dairy Producers of Canada.
Yeah,
Right?
and it was like a kid just like running.
Yeah,
back
and at
home.
the end, he's got his mouth full of cheese. 'cause
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Gouda
yeah, yeah, yeah.
comes home and she's like, Havarti. Right? Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
I'll bet you it's Gouda and Havarti too.
Gotta find that clip.
Now, what I want to know is, since we're talking about those kinds of things, is are you guys old enough for a quart of milk, a loaf of bread, and a stick of butter?
Oh no.
A quart of milk,
No.
a loaf of bread, Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
What?
No. No. Not no.
Yeah, she sends them to the store. No list, just what are you getting?
Oh,
A
yeah.
quart of milk, a loaf of bread, and a stick of butter. I'll go to my grave. The old ladies in the nursing home are going to be like, I don't know what's with Mr. Woods in room 26. It's loaf of bread, quart of milk, stick of butter.
Keeps asking for it. I don't
You
know.
know what I mean?
Does the accent too? I don't know why.
Yeah, exactly. He's not from New York, is he? All right, man.
And then beers. What do we got here?
Oh yeah, the beers. This is an awesome beer. This is the Codename Ghost from Half Pints. It's a New England IPA. Just smell that. It smells like
Oh, it's sweet.
pineapples
Oh my goodness.
and guava,
Yeah.
right? Passion fruit. Oh, but it's not a flavored beer.
Really?
That's just those hops, those super aromatic, fruity hops.
This smells like a Radler, but it's not a Radler.
Yeah, you hear the term juicy. I mean, Kilter even calls one of their IPAs juicy.
Yeah.
And you hear that term a lot more, a juicy IPA. This is exactly what we're talking about when we're talking about a juicy IPA. It's not flavored, but you get that nose coming off of it that is all those tropical flavors
Yeah.
from the hops.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it just finishes nice and clean, a little bit citrusy. It's not
Yeah.
overly hoppy on the end.
I can just smell this forever.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
cheers. Try
Cheers.
that out.
All right.
Right?
See, that feels like a proper IPA, you know?
Right.
Because there was that time where like IPAs were just like, let's get hoppier. Let's see how hoppy we can get, right?
Yeah.
And this one it's nice.
You know, I don't want to run at your film or anything, but you know why that is? It's because what happens is guys are trying to make the first few years of a craft brew movement, almost anywhere, are going to be populated by like some really cool IPAs and some really cool hoppy beers and some cool like browns and dark beers. But what you don't usually get in the first few years of a craft brew movement is you don't get a lot of like really nice clean pills. You don't get a really nice crisp lager because those are hard to make and they're really easy to skunk.
Uh-huh.
And when you skunk a lager,
Yeah.
and it's just a little bit, and it's like, I can't really sell that as, well, if you dry hop the shit out of it,
Yeah.
then you can sell it as a something IPA.
Right,
Right?
right.
And you don't have to get rid of all that beer. You don't have to throw away all that beer.
I see.
But what that means for a lot of us as beer drinkers is that we spend the first few years of a craft brew movement thinking that we don't like IPAs.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because you're trying all of these, what I call secondhand IPAs, because they were, I'm sure that there are people who would argue with me and be, that's not what was happening.
Yeah.
Probably was.
Yeah. So I probably got caught up in that then, right? So like,
I think we all did.
Yeah.
I think we all did. I think that anybody who is right now saying, I like craft beers, I don't think I like IPAs, I think you just had too many IPAs that probably didn't start out really wanting to be an IPA.
Yeah.
Or if they did, they probably wanted to be a milder IPA than they finished
I
being.
see. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And what you ended up with was something where it's like, okay, I'm gonna go and have a couple of IPAs and I'm gonna make sure that I have my Gillette with me so that I can
Right.
shave the fuzz off my tongue after I have a couple sips of these beers, right?
Right.
And actually, when you hear the term session IPA, a session is it's coming into conflict with these new super heavy IPAs because the session indicates that you can drink more than one of them. Because these crazy IPAs, not like this, but like the ones you're talking about, where they're not really that palatable.
Yeah,
everybody
exactly.
knew that you could only drink one of those.
Yeah.
So then they created this other beer called the Session Ale or the Session IPA. Well, that was the old school IPA that you can actually drink 2 or 3.
Right.
So yeah, that's.
But then you
that's
just
why.
give it a new name and it's like, oh wow, Session
Exactly.
IPA.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Now we know.
There you go.
Now we know. All
The
right.
more you know.
Let's throw it up right here. The more
Patent
you
pending,
know.
NBC.
The more you know.
All right, we're going to try this thing?
Let's do it.
All right,
let's,
man.
let's get in here.
Go in.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and you're going to give me this one? Look at this. This is like, look at that with the 2 pieces of bacon coming out of there.
Oh man.
Crazy.
Cheers.
That's deep, right? Bacon, onions, smoked Gouda. There's nothing light about that burger. People come in and they're like, oh,
See you guys later.
Should I have the French kiss or the California? And I'm like, I don't know, like, do you want to play tennis or go to a shot put? No, it's like apples and oranges, right?
It's so much. It's so good.
But it's flavorful, right? It's like, you need to be able to handle a lot of flavor when you're eating that burger.
No, that's incredible. Everything comes together. The Gouda, the patty, the bacon. The
I mean, you got to remember too, we've already eaten 2 breakfasts and lunch. And we're trying to crush a French kiss.
It's true. All right, we're at the finish line here.
Awesome,
Let's just have some fun.
awesome.
All right.
Hot sauces?
Look, one more question.
Okay.
Listen, so you have been, the restaurant manager for a while. You've run the kitchen before.
Yeah.
Who is one celebrity chef that you would want in your kitchen for a day? Just to, come in there, cook something up, maybe give some tips, maybe, have some fun and just, chop it up with you in the kitchen.
I think that the person I'm going to say would probably be the type of person who would be coming in and I would not have fun and I would be super intimidated. But I think that right now I'd probably say Dan Barber. Dan Barber out of New York. One of the things with my little garden out here is I always said, like, I want to be able to do what they do at Bluestone. Like, I want to be able to come in and have 8 vegetables on a plate.
Yeah.
Just the vegetables, fucking nothing else. You know what I mean? And be like, what is that? That is the carrotiest carrot you're ever gonna eat this year.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is the tomatoiest tomato that you're gonna eat this year. I think that stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, just like letting the food shine beyond anything.
Right.
Just raw food, grown properly,
And just let
in
it-
a good environment.
Yeah.
By caring hands.
Yeah.
Because that really is all you need. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? When we're in a place like this, one of the challenges is that we don't get to present a lot of just raw ingredients. We always have to modify the ingredients, which is great because it allows us to be creative and stuff like that. But in another way, like, I just love to highlight food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think my dream would just be like procuring great things and having people try them,
Nice.
right? Rather than necessarily making a sauce out of something. Just like, here, this is from nature, eat this.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
That I really get off on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Mount Rushmore
Sure.
for presidents. I can't name them. I forget. Abraham Lincoln's one of them. No, he's
Don't
not.
worry
Is
about
he?
it, brother.
All right. Cool. Who who is your Mount Rushmore of chefs dead or alive that you would put right up there and just be like, I'm going to see the monument again this year.
Okay,
for the
so we
15th year in a row.
got Emeril Lagasse,
Yeah.
Guy Fieri. No, I'm joking.
Wait, Guy Fieri? He's on my Mount Rushmore. What are you talking about? I would love to see Guy Fieri's hair carved in stone, just to see
What
what
you
that
got
would
to
look
see
like.
if you like Guy Fieri is you got to look up. I can't remember what it is, but I'll find it on the internet for you.
Sure.
He had this restaurant called like Guy Fieri's All American Grill or something like that.
Yeah.
But he didn't patent the name properly, and somebody released a spoof menu on him, like the day after he had patented the name.
Was this Nathan for you?
And, I don't. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it was on the internet. And
Yeah.
it was like a spoof menu, all drawn up and everything.
Sure.
And I went, fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah,
You gotta see that thing. I don't know. That's a tough question. Classically, I mean, like I said, Dan Barber has got to be one of them. I gotta admit, like, I'm kind of out of the loop.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of Chef TV anymore. I liked the Food Network back in the day when it was really instructional.
Yeah.
And now it's not so much.
Right, it's more-
I really liked Michael Smith back in the day.
Uh-huh.
I know that he does a lot of his own stuff. I know he grows a lot of his own stuff. I really like I like Wolfgang Puck. I like the way that he talks about food.
Uh-huh.
I like the way that he says like, I'm not saying that I'm like him, but when I was thinking of dishes and sauces when I was a chef, it was very much like, okay, I'm gonna think of what I want first and how I want to combine it, and then I'm gonna go in and try that. And that's what he always said that he did, was he combined the flavors in his mind.
Right.
And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Right. To have him just kind of like sitting there going like, okay, I have all of this crazy knowledge of all of these raw ingredients, right? And just the fusion of how that all comes together.
Exactly.
Other than that, I don't know, man. Let's throw a drummer in there. Let's throw Dennis Chambers in there. You know
All right.
what I mean? I don't know.
Done.
Like,
Done.
I got to be honest. Like, I pay a lot more attention to my chef
Uh-huh.
and to local chefs.
Yeah.
Right now than I do.
Let's shout them out. Let's get a shout out list going.
Okay. I mean, I love what the guys are doing at Nonsuch. I love what Tyrone is doing. He's doing like his own cured meats. Ben Kramer and Hank Mitchell are tearing it up on the catering scene. Those guys are like super fucking talented. A guy that I think is really great in the city, who's been here for a while, is Barry Saunders, who used to be instrumental in WOW Hospitality and was big in the Inn at the Forks and the Museum of Human Rights. I'm not sure where these guys are now, but like these are some of my favorite people that I've met.
Awesome.
In the industry.
Yeah,
for sure.
Awesome. Cool. All right. You said you had hot sauces.
We have hot sauces that we've made, that the guys have made from our peppers.
Degrees makes hot sauces,
So
and we're gonna punish ourselves, I think.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. All right, Woods.
Okay, man. Here we go.
We're at the finish line. We got some.
yeah,
hots.
so
what all this new stuff? What do we got here?
Yeah, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to show off sort of the creativity and the talent of Degrees, right? The menu items are consistent, and we make those every day, but there's things that we do that are a little bit different. Usually those are experienced through the bakery, maybe through soups. Our soups are really unique and different.
Yeah.
Lunch specials, which we will start kicking out once the new menu is well tried by all of our regulars.
Right.
We'll start kicking out some more lunch specials. We talked about peppers. We grew a lot of peppers this year. Poblanos, jalapenos, ring of fire peppers, shishito peppers, habanero peppers, all kinds of stuff, right?
Yep.
And the guys made hot sauces with them. So here we've got our green guy. This is a chili lime. This was fermented at room temperature in a salt brine for 7 days.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a fermented hot sauce here. Pretty basic. All of these are pretty basic. Not very many ingredients in here. Chili, lime. The red you see is actually just the red jalapenos. So green jalapenos, red jalapenos, just the salt brine in there, and the lime. This guy here, the second one, is going to be habanero based, but no seeds. None of the like white sort of like ribby bits, which are really hot. Part of the pepper is that sort of white membrane bit.
Okay.
That's the super hot part. So there's none of that in here, and this is blended with beets and a little bit of vinegar as well. So a really nice earthy, tasty hot sauce.
Perfect.
This guy's another fermented bad boy over here. This is our Ring of Fire peppers. So about a quarter as hot as a habanero is a Ring of Fire. It's like a real Thai chili.
Okay. I like my Thai chili.
Yeah, there you go. So this is again fermented with just some rosemary and some garlic and onion, and then the salt brine again, and then blended up. And then this guy is habanero with seeds, with the membranes, blended with grilled pineapple.
Awesome.
So that's the HAF, as we say.
HAF.
Yeah, we got a vessel here. We just got some of our chicken fingers here.
Yeah.
To spoon some of this stuff onto. I'm sick.
Yeah.
So I've got the NyQuil here in case I start coughing. And
So
also
you guys don't sell NyQuil, I think.
We don't sell NyQuil.
Okay.
But you know, when we switched from coffee to beer at lunch,
Yeah.
so I figured I'd switch from beer to NyQuil
Okay,
for the
yeah.
last course.
For sure. That makes sense. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you've got some milk there,
I've got just in case.
just in case it gets hot.
The challenge I've set for myself is to not drink it any milk at all.
You'll probably be all right. I mean, this isn't like insane.
Okay.
It's going to be hot, but it's not going to be crazy, and it's supposed to be flavorful. Right?
Like
It's supposed to be good.
Yeah, I'm like Shaq, not gonna make a face.
Nice. Okay. I don't
make
get that one, but.
Hot ones, hot ones. Come on, we're copying hot ones right now.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see the Shaq one, and this is just my milk. It's just got some protein crap in it.
Okay, cool. All right.
Here, man, grab one
Okay.
and dollop a bunch of it on there and eat.
So green light first.
Yeah,
Let's try
green
that.
first.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try that first.
Don't skimp.
Yeah, no, don't skimp. Let's do a good portion here because it's got to be like, yeah, there you go, you got it. That'll be all right. It's not gonna. They should be really tasty, right? That's the main thing. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Almost tastes like a salsa type of a thing, right? With the lime in there.
I taste that the most.
Really
the
fresh?
lime. Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes like I would throw that on like tacos usually.
Super good for a taco, right?
Yeah. That tastes like yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's some kick to it, but
Yeah.
not enough.
Really tolerable though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think that's probably like about a sriracha type heat or something.
Yeah,
like that, or a
exactly.
Cholula, Tabasco.
All right.
Moving along.
Yeah, let's keep going. What do we got here? This is the.
That's the habanero, but that's our milder version of our habanero,
Okay.
blended with beets. That one. So it should be a nice earthy kind of sweet.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is a really really tasty
You
sauce.
see it? I didn't skimp.
Yeah, you see it. We're not pissing around.
I taste the beets.
It's good, right? Especially when you have it on something, you can really taste the beets. Adds like you don't really usually with hot sauces, you don't really get that aspect of bitterness, and bitterness is so important
No,
in the flavor profile.
that's good.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm telling you, these guys are talented, right? They do
God.
good stuff.
You guys should try this. Not gonna make a face. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's not hot.
No, yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not dying. Joe, I'm surprised, man. Like, look, what's going on here?
My nose is sweating.
You
I'm
said you
fine.
weren't gonna make a face.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Fine is always a lie.
Don't worry about it. Okay. This one.
Put on your big boy pants, my man. You want me to go first, baby? You want me to go first? I'll go first.
Fine. I haven't drank the milk yet. You guys see this?
Yo, yeah, that's fair. I had a sip of my shake.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay, that's a good portion.
You
Oh.
see it. You see it. You see it.
Well, it's a good thing we
I'm
have a
not
full
skimping.
it's full good thing I have a full crew on tomorrow. I might have half a day off. So tasty though, right? With the rosemary. To me, this is our most restaurant-ready product right now.
Yeah.
So good. Exactly on point. Does not need to be tweaked.
Put that on your on the Thai salad. Yeah.
And it's fucking hot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot.
Pretty good. Yeah. Let's keep it going.
So this one, oh,
No milk yet. No touching that.
that's hot.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Nah, it's not that hot.
Oh, beware of Doug.
It's not that hot. Beware of Doug. Oh yeah, that's right.
Doug made. Oh,
Doug. You can turn it up a little bit.
okay. Well.
Okay. Okay. Wait. We should cheers for this one as usual.
All right. Yo.
Yo.
Oh.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Whoa.
Come on.
Why don't you just take it right off the spoon then if you're gonna do that?
Come on. Come on. All right.
No, Joe can be the big man on this one.
Cheers.
And cheers. See what I mean? Boom. Right away. Huh.
I'm fine. I'm fine. You know what? You know what? I don't even care. I'll do a second one.
Go, Joe.
Oh my god. For the views. Here. Oh my goodness.
That's horrible.
Oh man. All right.
Oh,
We did it. We
it
did it.
neutralizes it real good though.
Yeah, I bet. We did it.
Way to go, man. That was good.
These hot sauces were good. We're at the
Super
end.
tasty, right? I mean, hot, but we're not dying.
Exactly.
Super tasty.
Maybe not.
I mean, if you were somebody who was really well versed in hot sauces, you'd be crushing all of these, even
Yeah.
this one, right?
But this one's really good.
This one's super. That one's my favorite.
These two, the green light and the red light, I really appreciate. Woods, you gonna be okay, man?
Yeah, man, I'm good.
All right. I think we're at the end of our video
Awesome.
here.
Thanks so much.
Listen, Woods, thank you so much for taking the time to join
Thanks
us.
for coming to Degrees.
We, we went a bit longer than expected, but that's great. I think we had some good conversation.
Yeah.
If you want any parting words for that camera or that camera, just like hot ones.
Yeah, man. Come to Degrees and try our food, and it's really good, and we'd be really happy to have you.
There you go.
That's about it.
And I'm Joe Gonzalez. This has been the Joe Show. That's Ryan Woods. We
Awesome,
did it, man. We did
Good
it.
times.
We'll
Thank
catch
you
you
for
next
being
time.
here.
Yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Take care.
Woo!